Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cafe Stella. Today we'll be serving you a relaxing cup of Yuzusoft moe goodness, serviced by one mischievous, teasing Grim Reaper. Offering a nice blend of the supernatural and cafe vibes, these girls are here to service you. Full of comfy lap pillows, affectionate pouting, wholesome romances, and looks that can kill. Hi, my name is August and let's take a look at Cafe Stella and the Reaper's Butterflies. Now, Yuzusoft is a visual novel brand known for its wholesome vanilla goodness. Their heroines win people over in their sweet, charming personalities. It's a formula style they've got perfected to a T, and Cafe Stella in particular was like drinking a warm, aromatic cup of finely ground coffee. A slower, more calmer addition to its library, and another work in the slice of life X supernatural genre space. Our story begins with our main character getting tragically hit in a car accident. However, he's been given another chance at life. He just has to work for the Grim Reaper. Together with a fellow university classmate, a death goddess, and a talking cat, this strange group begins to start a cafe. Reading Cafe Stella has a much more mature tone to it, from its setting taking place largely outside of a school environment to the more personal aspects of dealing with people's insecurities. The biggest difference I've noticed between Cafe Stella and Yuzusoft's previous works is that most of the heroines aren't as overwhelmingly cute in their anime moic eccentricities. Instead, they have this subdued, realistic charm to them. Don't get me wrong, they are very much cute when the situation calls for it, it's rather they feel more grounded as people. It's a breath of fresh air, at least until Yuzusoft dumps in their usual ecchi shenanigans. Unfortunately, these jokes stick out when combined with the down-to-earth vibes. Cafe Stella shines when it comes across more naturally when basing its comedy and dialogue off of a character's personality. For example, Natsume's dislike of bitter things, leading her to dump 7 sugar cubes and 2 cups of creamer in her coffee, show her preference for sweetie fruity cocktails, and comment on the bitterness of the main character's seed. Speaking of, let's take a look at Natsume herself, because while I do deserve all of her scorn for that last shitty joke, there's a lot to love about her. Shiki Natsume is the type of girl you would see casually relaxing at a nightlife bar, sitting comfortably in silence. While she may appear standoffish and unapproachable, once you get to know her, she's actually a lot more friendly and sociable. A calm, cool, and collected individual. That is, unless you piss her off. Now, if you're the type of guy that likes anime girls looking at you like scum of the earth, Natsume is a 100% up your alley. And along with her massive amounts of blue ball teasing with her elegantly mature composure, she's an absolute killer heartthrob. Because my god, drunken Natsume has all of her fans down bad. Although, good for her because it brings customers to the cafe. You might come for her looks, and I mean all of them, but it's her route that makes you stay for more, being phenomenal in the gradual relationship buildup and the oh so satisfying climax. And afterwards, lots of pure fluff. Enjoy, Natsume fans, because you are eating fine tonight. Whether she's wholesomely affectionate or terrifyingly threatening, Natsume is my absolute favorite in terms of her character and route. And before you ask, yes, I did save every single disgusted remark. But of course, cafes can't survive off a coffee, green tea, and hospitality alone, no matter how many times Natsume attempts to smile, so somebody's gonna have to hard carry this cafe on her back. And as it turns out, I didn't think it was possible for this girl to be one of my favorite heroines, as a side character. If I had a nickel for every time there was a petite patisserie chef in a visual novel that I really liked, I would have 2 nickels. But it's strange that it's happened twice. But while one is a sweet, affectionate little big sister, the other one is Lolly Gordon Ramsay.
What are you?
An idiot sandwich.
Suzune may be disconnected from the Reaper's Butterflies plotline, but that doesn't mean that she can't hold her own in terms of her likability. Because despite being a side heroine, she firmly establishes herself through her character arcs, becomes a great supporting character as a responsible adult, and overall just has an assertive, smug-ass personality. This is somebody who knows that they're top-tier material, A+ in her class, and in other areas as well. The problem is that just like her route is short. Although it is a bold trade-off considering that she's the only character repping the not safe for work ecstasy eyes. Suzune is serving cream puffs on the sheets as well as taking them on the sheets. Next we have Mei, happily spirited and cheerful, an upstanding underclassman that's ready to hit you with her kindness and smile, along with having the uniqueness factor of being a tanned visual novel heroine. The chemistry between Mei and the main character is pretty solid. With a fun senpai-kohai relationship they got going on, there's a lot of fun banter, featuring a lot of Mei's disapproving pouts. And when combined with her childish side, tapping into that doting kohai attitude, shows her off with a side dish of wholesomeness. But as it turns out, she was concealing her true power, for her very specific character design has narrative relevance. Her route is surprisingly thoughtful. Mei's an extremely considerate person, and while there's a lot of positives to that, when paired with her unique ability, may actually be distressing for her. It's not fun for anyone when the happiest character becomes the most oppressed. Mei's route leans more into that supernatural aspect, and while strange at first glance, ties itself well considering the context of Mei's charitable personality. Although stealing the main character's brain cells and making him a walking sex machine after graduating Virgin Purgatory is a notably questionable detail.
制服着たことイチャイチャしないまま大学生になっちゃったからおっさんか
At least someone is able to whip our main character into shape, and what better character to do that than his female childhood friend. For being such a devoted friend, Nozomi is also the sassiest. This is in fact the best part to her. She's been with the main character for so long that she's used to all of his habits to take advantage of it, compensating his faults lovingly or straight up wrapping him around her finger. It's all done in an affectionate manner, and the two have a healthy relationship together, as friends, which is probably the worst place a person can start out from. Her route focuses on breaking out of that childhood friend zone and reaffirming their love through a fun little mystery. One of the better childhood friend romances I've read in a visual novel. After all, who wouldn't want to take the easy life with a girl who's got it all? She can cook for you, she's positively happy, her father's the landlord of your house, and most importantly, she can fulfill your Shrine Maiden cosplay urges. Shout out to the best Shrine Maiden though. And last but not least, we have our Grim Reaper herself, our mischievous silver-haired beauty Kanna. She's not the most technologically savvy compared to the rest of the cast, but where she does make up for it is in her insightful composure, as shown by what is basically like therapy sessions with Dr. Kanna. While a part of her route is the classic "but I'm a Grim Reaper and you're a human" conflict drama, a central feature here is spiritual, focusing around happiness. Quite wholesome, probably the sweetest route if Miss Nymphomaniac's imagination wasn't running amok. Then again, it isn't a Yuzusoft visual novel without one of the heroines having a bit too much fun with herself. Regardless, Kanna is max comp once they get into their relationship, and to be honest, who wouldn't want a nice lap pillow and a pair of boobies to sleep on? That and listening to her classic nihihi. And yes, I did in fact save every single nihihi. Now, like with most modern Yuzusoft visual novels nowadays, the production is stellar as always, with nice visuals, a fitting soundtrack, and a robust UI system, which also includes a helpful flowchart system. Cafe Stella's high standards are consistently the same. This is great. However, there's one notable aspect about Cafe Stella that needs mentioning. If you've read previous Yuzusoft titles like Sanaba Witch or Senran Banka, the key elements in Cafe Stella strangely resemble some aspects from them. If you've read a Yuzusoft visual novel, you know what to expect. However, the problem is that Cafe Stella's predecessors executed these elements better, where it feels as if Cafe Stella combined these previous key elements but outputted a weaker product overall. There's a lack of focus all throughout Cafe Stella's features, from the cafe setting to the supernatural butterfly premise to its overall identity. Cafe Stella and the Reaper's Butterflies may not be the strongest Yuzusoft title out there, but its brand familiarity and its attractive heroines and wholesome romance stories will make any fan pick it up regardless. And with its much more relaxed, calming approach to its story, offers a much different atmosphere to sit down and enjoy reading. Cafe Stella and the Reaper's Butterflies gets a 3 out of 5 from me. Now, if you're interested in Yuzusoft's other works, I have also reviewed them on the channel if you want to go check them out. Follow me on Twitter for more of my thoughts on visual novels, and with that said, I'll see you all later next time.